these American Adventure Lab rails through here with just one person. You can see this one's already got the screws holding it up. For this longer one, I started with the second hole back, and I did the same procedure. For this shorter one in the back, I'll start with this hole and do the same thing. But to start out, basically, sorry about the horrible camera thing, and one man show here. I feed this through to the back to where it's sticking out here. And then I have this section of chain made up. And I'll tape this here and then pull that up through this hole on the top. And then I will show you what I do from there. Okay, so as you can see, I have the chain pulled through here, and I have some sticking out here. So I put this small zip tie on here just to hold the chain in place. But what I do from there is you want to make sure you have this oriented properly with the notch on the outside, arrow pointing forward. But then I'll put the chain on this set of holes. I'll run the zip tie through, keeping the head of the zip tie on top, and then I'll zip tie it around this, and I'll be back to show you more. So here it is with the zip tie tied on. You notice I have the notch on the zip tie head up here, and then this one is just simply here to keep that chain from pulling out. On the little bar in the back, I found that it works better to have this on the outside, and on the bar in the front, I found it worked better to have it on the inside. And then from there, we're going to start to snake that through here and pull it up here. One of the biggest things is be very gentle with this, because the sharp edges of the screw holes will actually break that zip tie. So don't put a lot of force on this. Be gentle and kind of feed it through. And then you can use these holes to look through if you need. There is one cord in this particular hole that the bar can get held up on. You can just use, a stick or something like that. I use this, the end of this magnet, automobile magnet, to reach down there and just kind of guide it around that. But again, don't put a lot of force on this, because this will break. Once you get it close enough, you can just reach down with the one piece of wire that they supplied and hook it and pull it up closer if you need to. Okay, so it's been about 20 seconds now. I went ahead and pulled this through. I used the light here just to look down in this hole, because like I said, there's a wire on mine that's tucked in here that I just had to kind of push it around. And I just used the end of the magnets, the non-magnetic end of those little automobile magnets to just kind of maneuver it around. But now you can see I can pull this up to the top with the chain, and that exposes the screw holes in here. So now I can actually start my screws. And I do recommend, sorry, trying this one-handed. I do recommend putting a washer on these screws. I did notice that they will fall through. And this is just to hold it in place. And then you can put one in the other end as well. And again, you don't want to pull up too hard on this, because the zip tie will break. If you do need to put force or bring it up to the top, I would use the piece of wire they supplied and hook it through one of the other holes, and then use that to pull it up. So then once you have a screw on each end, you can just take a pair of cutters, cut your zip tie, pull your chain out, and you should be good to go. There are some things in this front side that you kind of have to maneuver this around. The way I did that, on the other side, I had more problems with it than this side because of the gas. But the way I did that was just use the magnet to kind of stick it down through the hole, kind of magnet the front end of it and lift it up to get it over where the gas is on the other side. A little bonus, same kind of idea on this little corner piece. I have trouble getting my hand in here, but I basically just fed the magnet through here, grabbed a chain, pulled it up, fed the magnet through this one, back at an angle, grabbed a chain, pulled it up, did the same thing with the zip ties, and then just fed the back end through first, and they both just pulled right into place. So, one other thing I wanted to mention, to get to the front one, I didn't use the wire and run it back here and grab the chain and move it forward. I take the wire to the end. This is a glow rod, but you could use any straight stick. I take the I take the chain to the end of this glow rod, pushed it all the way through to the front. I had a longer piece of chain for that, and then used that magnet to pull the chain up through the hole that I used to pull this rod through. So the piece of wire isn't long enough to fish back and get the wire, or to get the chain, so I use that glow rod and just push it through here and then use the magnet to pull that chain out. Anyway, I think that's it. I hope this helped someone who had to do it on their own. But yeah, thanks.